Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the Knowledge of the Holy. Hope you're well as we come to the middle of the week, or the common phrase is hump of the week, where we go over the beginning into the end of the week. Hope you're looking forward to the Sabbath. I always do look forward to the Sabbath. It's nice to go to church, spend time with God and family, right? So anyways, so we continue with our study on Jesus' trial. So we saw his betrayal by Judas Iscariot. We saw his trial before Pilate, and we saw his trial before the Jews and then Pilate. But we're going to now look at the bit before he then takes his walk to Calvary. So what happened just before that bit? Because there's a prophecy in there, and there's also a unintentional event that happened. I'm going to call it an event, a scene rather, very unintentional, but it actually happened. Okay, a coronation that no one saw or no one taught, but we're going to talk about that now. So we're reading from Matthew 27:26 to 31. So then released he Barabas. So this is Pilate, based on the request of the people, the scribes, the Pharisees. He released Barabas unto them, and when he had scourged Jesus, he delivered him to be crucified. Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the common hall, and gathered unto him the whole band of soldiers, and they stripped him and put on him a scarlet robe. And when they had plaited a crown of thorns, they put it on his head, and a reed in his right hand. They bowed the knee before him and mocked him, saying, Hail the King of the Jews. They spit on him. They took the reed off, and they smote him on the head. And then after that, they had mocked him. They took the robe off him, put on his raiment, and led him away to crucify him. Now we see a very similar sort of scene very similar account in Mark. So Mark 15:15 reads, and so Pilate, willing to content the people, released Barabbas unto them, and delivered Jesus when he has scourged him to be crucified. So again, led him to get beaten up, you could say, or the whip scene. Then the soldiers led him away into the hall called the Praetorium, sort of again like a common hall, and they called together the whole band, and they clothed him with purple, plaited a crown of thorns, put it on his head, and began to salute him. Hail the King of the Jews. They smote him on the head with a rod, and did spit upon him, and bowing their knees worshipped him. And when they had mocked him, they took off the purple raiment, put on his clothes, and then led him to be crucified. So we can discuss that in a second.